Welcome, everyone, to CRL, and we are here finally with the 2024 Fall Championship. It has been so long. It has been a long journey throughout the course of this entire semester, but we are finally here for championship weekend.
I've been feeling, are you going to make a mistake early? Are you going to be caught off guard in defense? It's been phenomenal rotations, and CMOS touch, is that on target? It does indeed bounce in on the clear.
Before the series really gets into the thick of it, he's got a bunch of demos going forward, and now he's getting some assists. Top corner again from Concord. This time Samas on the assisting end. Demon in front of net. Oftentimes, if you serve him up something, he's shooting at least 50% throughout the day, and as well as doing some trickery right there with that flip reset, almost going all the way through. Fortunately, Jazzy says no, enough of that silliness.
With greater boost control, and that gives them that extended CMOS trailing, trying to get shuffle verse. He does catch him off guard, and Crispy the flick for yet an extended lead further. Well, Crispy, can he get it over? A couple of bumps come through, but Jazzy on the goal line. Jazzy off the sidewall, quickly contested by Crispy. This one sent away, turned by CMOS. In fact, he gives it to Crispy. They slide it behind the last defender, and yet another Concord goal. Shots right now, 12-1.
From the middle, you have to wrap all the way around it and get it on target. Even though it is wide open, you still have to make sure you're doing that with power and some placement as well. Talk about this, coast to coast from Crispy, being able to fight that one underneath the bar.
Yeah, nice little musty, extends it, gets the double tap read.
That's the wrong mistake, I think really the wrong approach. If you do have something that's working for you, why would you change it? And right now from Concord, they're speeding through everything. Even when they do get open shots, it's really just because of indecisiveness. Not really sure why there's no challenge, but Shuffle, he will not wonder. He's just gonna shoot. A lot of the seconds to work with. Jazzy off the ceiling, more like into the scrap heap. Crispy with a clear, and that's gonna do it for game number 3 with some style. Not gonna be able to actually be found by Sabas, so that's why they'll just work it into a passing play. I'm sure that was in the comms.
Won't win the follow-up, but that'll give his teammates enough time to come back to it. Crispy sidewall, not much boost. Looking middle, CMOS already up, and a great read by Fabso to deny again. Demoed for his efforts. Helix 50'd challenge won by Shuffleverse, and St. Clair has their first lead in this series. You know they're gonna put everything into this effort to try to tie the scoreline, and Demo connects on that goal line. The pass down to CMOS, it just goes through both defenders, threading the needle. Concord get the tying goal.
Pain, that's all this is, just watching two players so close, but the change up.
To move on forward, or at least time and space. Does Fabso have the read? A straight down touch, but Jazzy's off the bar and out.
Use those mechanics. Fabso unfortunately has to do a 3-point turn. That doesn't work out. Jazzy's got to hit the save, and looked a little bit more difficult than it actually was. Able to guide that one slowly to the corner, and Shuffleverse will do the same.
Gets a bump on CMOS. Doesn't have contact though. I believe someone was chasing for that demo. A couple of touches. Crispy, all the bumping on the goal line, finds the finalized finish, and just like that, Concord sweeps in their quarterfinal matchup to move on to semis tomorrow. All together in the same facility, want to structure themselves as CRL champions.
What? Starting off good. That's the best way to do it. This team has had some inconsistencies, but there's kind of some asterisks attached to said inconsistency. We mentioned it. Week 1, they do stuff like this. They win the whole thing. Just putting them in the blender on repeat. More and more pressure over and over, and even in their more awkward moments in defense, I was going to say they don't seem all too exposed.
Putting this one away, and that'll be some space for Davenport to work with. Ooh.
And a goal. We'll take another one. 2-2, tying it up pretty quickly. And again, it's still Maryville just a little bit awkward on defense. Their offense is great, but the defense just not stepping up when necessary. They need to be careful. If Davenport finds even one good chance, they will score with it. Speaking of good chances, I mean, the defense, again, just a little bit lackluster. Nobody's going up for this, and that's a freebie for Relating Wave. Really all up to Davenport in order to do so.
Sends it away, followed by Cam. We'll send it over to Brock, who was trailing upfield. This one, though, will continue to be on target. Bounce out in that goal box right now. Cam shot, slow and steady, wins the race. I guess it'll go on in. This one towards the backboard, Relating Waves to poke it away, but Bolty has the shot, speed saving it. Relating would have missed if he wasn't there on the double follow-up. Get some more pressure. Brock showing off a little bit more style. Gets another one here. Cam will be last back and just stalls with enough time. Great 50 as well. Cam getting bumped though. And Bolty, last man back inside the net to find the save. And that second effort will go upfield. There's that transition. Does Cam find the touch? Look at the double tap read on transition.
Cam finds the perfect touch, and Bolty finds the perfect two beforehand. The save, the pass, the double, the everything.
I love passes like that upfield from the defensive end, and it seems like it keeps catching just because of how quick both teams have been on transition. With time ticking, Davenport doing their best to again get through the defense of Maryville. Granted, Maryville has some control. Speed fakes one, gets the 50 on the goal line, and Maryville now with the lead.
We're spending more and more time in this orange half. They might even find a third goal here. Relating wave just a bit high. Speed on the follow also puts it off the bar. Instead, Maryville will march downfield. Knight, no boost in the tank, and Cam will cut it out. Two players up, both have boost, and the lead block, and the shot!
Davenport does so well. That is their team strategy. Granted, that needs to be a better defensive read because Knight's 1v1. Does get this upfield. Cam gets the touch. Does he find the follow-up double tap read on target? Knight to save. Bolty follow-up. This one by Relating Wave is saved away.
Except for an awkward defense, but Relating Wave completely boosted up, barely even flinches at it, and muscles through a 50 against Bolty. He doesn't have a lot of boost, but he does have space. And the goal! Relating Wave beats the entirety of Davenport to get this one.
Has an opportunity, flip reset, sends it down.
There it
Bolty's
is.
there on the follow-up. I love the team play from Davenport when it comes to upfield, always using those mechanics to the advantage.
The team's got to be careful. We've seen them overexert far too many times, and it has cost them goals. With the positioning, if we see a quick transition, there's the concern. Cam, though, again, in my opinion, the hero for the team right now. Or maybe it's Bolty? I'm sorry.
Cam picking up the 100 as well, has to take a sharp turn. Brock is there. This one bouncing just too far past midfield. Now Relating Waves to send it over to Speed. Doesn't have double tap read. The follow-up for Knight is there. And Maryville in overtime goes to match point. We'll end up getting it over to Relating Waves. Speed up quick. Can Knight find the follow-up shot on target? Well placed behind the defender. Yeah, each and every clear that Maryville gets is precious time off the clock. We've already gotten rid of 10 seconds. They have to make a forceful touch in midfield, and Relating Waves is there.
Finish, but again, Maryville, one of our 4 winners of the CRL Opens here in the fall, will find a berth through to Championship Sunday. 4-1 victory and a 4-0 to cap it off. Relating Wave with a hat trick to send them packing. You got to make the most of them. 30 seconds in, and already a chance left at the table for Akron.
Speaking of the matter, that's a really hard read, and that's why Bullseye's going to have an easy tap-in to the perfection that we're accustomed to between these two teams. That's another giveaway. Matter, open shot, Bullseye again. The goal line savior clears. This one from Batty's the first one they've had in a while, and even then, they might not be able to get on top of this one because I thought Tool was going to go. He decides against it. That is your punishment.
Because they've seen what they can do when they do have good offense brewing. Things like this. Finally, the infield pass works out. There are only 40 seconds left, but the lead is cut in half. Challenges of WVU. They're trying to keep their boost totals high. They're trying to keep themselves in a solid enough position to where nothing will catch them by surprise. That almost caught them by surprise. This may as well. Tool the pinch. On target and blocked by Patty. Transition downfield. They'll still find it and even give a touch to his teammates. I was hoping the passing play might result in something, but instead, a couple of demos. Send them back downfield and send the goal on through for WVU. I mean, that's what we were hoping for in Game 2 as well. It just kind of felt like the team was, unfortunately, firing individually. Reminder again, we talked about, why are they trashing on WVU so bad? Okay, right now I'm going to trash on WVU. Before I was going to start to compliment them after the fact, no compliments are coming from this play.
Really nice redirect by Bullseye. Poor Matter, he was already halfway through. Honestly, he's scoring so much, he just was a little colorblind on that one. Really nice double tap.
To work with, and a fake out on the line. Is anybody prepared for it? They need to. Double touch shot on target and denied. 5 up still there. A little boost in the tank, and another off the backboard, plus the bump. No one's there, and still still, somehow, they make the save! Witness in start of this game, the same thing. Pressure here from Akron, but they just can't seem to get past the defense. Finally, they do. Patty, a slaughter from midfield will open up the scoring. Probably need some confidence right now. Not only are they getting scored on like this, but thus far, he really has not been able to show his stuff. And oh boy, it's going to cost his team dearly, because here comes the tie from Angel. Bullseye goes for a bump of his own, and as chaos ensues, it doesn't really favor either team. Up until that moment, I did not think 5UP had even a chance at that one. He's proven me wrong. New defense that we had not seen before, but West Virginia, not all too perturbed by it thus far. They might be now, as this one off the post and in. Patty slots it again and ties up the series.
You say slot, but it was pixels away from Angel playing hero right here, all the way back, and he has the hardest thing possible. He knows there's a play on the far post. He can't clear it around, but
extremely awkward, but West Virginia, maybe they can recover, if not for 5UP. Flip reset in the bag. He's not going to need it, or maybe he should have. Given one here to WVU, but can they do anything with it with only 100 seconds left?
WVU looking for their opening. That's the one, but the problem is Matter has no angle to put any power on that one. Same with the follow through. Please hit the bar. I don't have any read on that. There's nothing we can do about it. And that's really why we talk about angles so much and why these 50s games are important. It's also why you gotta respect the skill, but not that much. Playing for the 50, none to be found. We're gonna have a clunker open up the scoring.
And this is why 5UP, you don't need to get every goal, but what a way to get your first. So far, it's a good start. Matters got a flip reset. He's going to save it and fake out the defense.
That much space, particularly because the moment he fakes underneath with that first reset, the whole defense is going to start panicking. Angel, you got to panic. You got to put a hand up. You can't let him do you like that.
Man down, and I think 2 goals down are going to be Akron. Oh my goodness, Angel, every touch was immaculate.
That's why Angel's waiting for deflection in the middle. Tool's gonna let that one go. Matter should have 5UP beaten. Problem is he's gonna get heavy deflection, recovery, leave it up to Tool, slaughter. There's just so much confusion, cars flying left and right, but that ball only going one spot.
And maybe even finding a goal here. Patty, double out to 5UP, but he thought it would be on target.
And 5UP, you got to play for the smart option there. He went forward and almost like you think like he was trying to crash the net, expecting Patty to get the finish. But instead, it's going to be saved. And I can't say the same about the immediate counter. Has just been lethal. But really, everyone on West Virginia is making sure that they take advantage. And right now, Akron, not really the same.
I'm hoping that's not the result in this one. I want to see a shootout with both teams firing on all cylinders, playing great defense and great offense. The moment they can counterattack, and that they have. Tools boost is stolen, meaning 5UP's got space. And the reset, and Angel's got the save.
Don't need to be able to give up any silly ones. Angel's trying to make a silly one with a first bump. Matter open shot. Patty will not be beaten that time.
A mistake, but he does not clear the lines and give them a chance of reprieve. More offense and a brilliant shot. Matter seizes the moment, and he does not miss.
Don't want to get arrogant because that's going to be a free goal. I could see Tool backing up, and Patty knew it. He just waited on the slow play. We are far from done here. He's going to get beat to this one. He might have to leave it for Patty, but Bullseye goes for the double. It's across the goal line. Matter just faster. Bullseye getting interfered with. It's a deflection all the way down. And this time, it is not Akron who gets it.
A blast from the past, but in the worst of ways. This is almost how we saw Akron win their CRL Open.
Precision, not only on the individual mechanical plays, but even on that, just the positioning on a singular touch in your own opponent's back corner. That's a comeback for Patty, but he can't put it on target. He doesn't get high enough. That is the golden opportunity. If tilt is not already settled in, this one might deliver it. 30 seconds to survive.
Oh, but a chance here and denied by Matter. The hero of the series steps up again. A 3-1 and 4-3 victory sends them to Championship Sunday.
One of the upsets of the season, not because Ball State is so much worse than Northwood, but just because Northwood is the big bad for a reason. Wova right off the rip is required to make a save. Gonna help him out. Little love tap into another one from Hockey.
Hockey down to Zanil, a perfect matchup and a perfect pass and shot.
Ball State certainly involved in quite a shootout already. We're only 30 seconds in. We've already seen 3 make that. Potentially another one. Oath with a pinball of a save. Mechanic opening up things. Demos not really discombobulating as they used to be. And sometimes you really do get really ruined on those types of plays. Same with that goal. Ruined by Guh on the goal line, reacting just in time. Really cleverly done. He looked like he was tying his hands behind his back, but instead he gets the long clear and the touch all the way down. Poor Guh overthinking his clear, and he falls off the post.
Yeah, I was just as confused as you were. Sometimes it's rough, not realizing with that ball cam where your car is actually positioned.
This is the result that we had come in and we predicted Northwood should be able to take a series like this, really start to inflict pain, and at this point, really just put the boot on the neck of Ball State. What a play to be able to close things out as Green's just locking in with the ceiling reset into the Musty. Ooh.
Yeah, nasty play. Garbage time play, though. They clearly had this one in the bag with 1 second left.
Take some 50s, build from there, and then start to experiment as the touches get more confident, because certainly that is not a problem for Northwood Hockey. What is that?
Yeah, a phenomenal redirect by Hockey. But I'm more upset that Gun makes this touch and has so much power behind it. This is what I mean. 50 goes right to Hockey. Hockey over to Creams. Creams to slot it top right corner.
Right over the board for Creams to have an easy putback. It's tiny stuff like that that doesn't seem super impactful, but...
An opportunity. If only we could get a 50. Zenil, though, on the other end, has so many demos. I don't know if Oath can get back in time. Does get the last second save and able to come back as well. So close. Ball State keep getting so close to an opportunity and a touch, and sometimes close is just not good enough. They spiral on the back end, but still, with time looming, opportunity for Ball State to take time, and what time to take than Oath controlling the dribble from the ceiling. Initially, that Wova brings it, and then back on target.
And then he just doesn't do either. He just lets the ball drop. Grims flies right by, and Oath has been the hero for Ball State so many times. That's a great way to get back into it, and that is not the way.
Teams are taking advantage when they do, if they're winning it. A very nice touch from Oath. God dimes him up, and there's still a chance. 5 seconds.
I see it, and I really do like plays like this where it's a 1-2-1, especially off the backboard. It's really difficult angle, but Oath makes it look so easy. When we do see that goal, not only does it give a little bit of momentum, but it does keep them in this game, particularly with a pass like that. Oath, one more chance. It's off the post after the clear on the goalie. Northwood wiping the sweat off their brow. They're getting away with another game.
Can't get there, though. This one by Creams, off the side wall, back wall, and Zenil on the follow-up. That's easy enough.
He's going to have someone to follow it up, and indeed he does. Northwood taking this lead, and now the death timer truly starting and almost seemingly going to speed up if you're talking emotionally for Ball State.
Controlling this well, getting demo pressure. They're just wasting the remaining clock with the lead they have, and they're winning 50s when it matters most.
And being able to score all these goals and be able to just predict everything. They're going off the ceiling, and a lot of people think that sometimes, that's just like an overconfident play. You just kind of want to show off. No, it's a great way to shut down a lot of these aerials, and I guess we can't be too surprised that Northwood gets their win in a dominant fashion. They're on to the semifinals, and Ball State gonna have to try again next semester.
Started with a 4-0 with Concord beating St. Clair Green, Sag. Maryville deposing Davenport 4-1. West Virginia getting the upset over Akron Blue in probably what was the most shocking match of the night, 4-3, and then Northwood ending things off 4-0.